we had a very, very interesting conversation when we had King Yella on here with Amari Blaze, and she made it perfectly clear she's pressing charges on Mellow Bucks for the setup that occurred in which she was beaten and thrown through a window and stabbed, she said. And so she's working with the cops. This seems like an inflection point for Chicago. Will they turn their back on her or will they ride with her?
So what I've been hearing is a lot of people been fake choosing sides with that shit. So what I've been trying to do is get the women on my platform to talk their little piece, say whatever it is on phone number. And hopefully on phone number I always ask, do you think you can do a sit down with this person on phone number to stop the whooping? But I guess when I did the interview with Amari Blaze, it hit different because J Mane, you asking, can I do a sit down with a and it hit different. My wound's still fresh. It hit different. Having fresh wounds and I'm talking about, can you do a sit down with this person? Hit different, right?
Yeah. Getting thrown through the glass is different.
So everything is time. And it wasn't glass, it was a window.
What the fuck
she
you
said
think
she
a
got
window's
stabbed
made of?
too, right?
A window is made of metal. Everybody know that. It's different. Do your homework. Why you think she got cut, bro? That was metal.
Okay.
Now, how do you, as from a rapper perspective, how do you think that's gonna hurt her career? Cause like at first, when she first came out, everybody thought she was on some drill shit. You know what I'm saying? She dropped the Muscatoo Girl song or the Muscatoo song. It went up. She had one of the hardest verses in that shit. You feel like her career can still last with her taking this approach, or are people gonna look at her like, nah, I ain't with that in Chicago at least?
It depends on who music you like. That don't really win shit over nowadays. Like it's merch. What you see is a lot of different shit going on. It's merch. Do your homework. Motherfuckers, if motherfucker fuck with your music, motherfucker fucking with your content, motherfuckers gonna play that shit. Whatever the case is, you see this shit with Gunna, motherfucker don't care. Shit, motherfucker still sold out dates, catch every day.
But you see the shit with 6ix9ine too. It's like
I feel like he just fell back though, right?
he went Latin.
Right.
I don't think the shit was making any money.
He's doing other whoops.
It felt like the whole rap game kind of turned their back on him. But he sort of like opened the door for the current era of people telling that we're in now. He broke that shit open. Like when Future says, I don't fuck with rats, that's some new type of shit. He's talking about the fact that now in the game we've had so many people exposed for some degree of talent. All kinds of different versions. No two are the same.
That's because y'all goofy ass be saying everything is telling nowadays, Remo. Let's just start there.
Well, we don't make the rules. We're not street dudes.
But that's how y'all be whooping on this platform. Let's telling. Everything ain't telling, gang.
So who's been falsely accused?
Yeah. What do you consider telling? Because me personally, I think what Butter did, like, I don't really, I mean, if nobody in jail for that shit, how much telling did he really do?
Break that shit down.
But it's niggas like, man, fuck that shit. You know, some people, it's just like, I mean, I'm not a street nigga, so like, I'm just listening to how y'all niggas be talking about
if ain't nobody go
shit.
to jail,
But they say you giving a statement is telling regardless. Even if you and that bitch just talking to the motherfucker, you supposed to just let your lawyer handle that shit. So like, how do you feel? All right, besides Butter, will you be interviewing anybody who's a snitch? Like, how do you feel about snitches in 2024?
I don't know who y'all consider snitches on phone number. I just be interviewing people and then y'all be in my comments, be like, yeah, J Mane, that's another snitch.
I follow
like,
Trenches News. I feel like he's a known snitch right now. Would you interview Trenches News, or you feel like you can't fuck with snitches? Or are you past the whole street mentality of you not being associated with snitching?
Yeah, I interview Trenches News. Boy, I got to see what the... Bro, why was you whooping like this? I just got to know, like, why was you whooping like this? Like, explain this shit to me. It hit different. Like, so you was a paid informant since what year? Was it 08 or 06? Let's just start there, because I heard that was a big debate in the courtroom. 08, the prosecutor, 06, 08, 06. And then another thing, they in the courtroom using my lingo. They in the courtroom telling the prosecutors, yeah, you over whooping. Why is you saying this to the prosecutors? Use regular words when you talk to these people, bro. Why is you with that whooping? It different.
So you still consider yourself a street nigga or like a former street nigga?
Don't what mean, bro. You whooping. You know what I meant.
I feel like you're dancing around the question.
He basically said that he would interview
I just answered the question like a motherfucker.
Trenches. But all right, my question is then asking that.
Is you high?
Are you still anti-snitching?
No, I'm saying
generally speaking.
Yeah,
yes, I'm a little high, but that's like overall what we're trying to get to the root of.
Do you consider yourself a street nigga still? Like at this age, at this 2024 level.
Because snitching takes dangerous criminals off the street. So if you're pushing peace, you want people to snitch.
Like Charleston White, right?
I mean, really, yeah. Like it's incompatible. Being anti-snitching and pushing peace are incompatible.
So what Charleston doing, putting these rappers who killing other black people in jail, it's a good job. Is that what you want me to say, Adam?
I'm trying to figure out what side of the fence you're on.
Yeah, I'm trying to. How do you feel about that?
I'm for the kids, bro. Let's just break this shit down. I'm for the kids, bro.
It's giving
These
crooked
grown
pastor.
these grown ass motherfuckers on Fulham Gray, I can't save them, gang.
Next time you come in
y'all
here-
man is already made up, bro.
Next time you come in here, I want you to be
speak
dressed
facts.
like one of those crazy preachers with like the weird suits and like all the
You ain't see
gold
that
and
whoop?
shit.
He ain't see that whoop? You ain't see when I was a preacher?
Did you do that before already?
Do your homework on the whoops.
There's been so many. But you're kind of like giving that. Like you want to play both sides of the fence. Like you're trying to be like the community activist who's also gangbanging.
Nah.
Calling shots.
Nah. Gang bang is not what I do, bro.
It's an expansive term.
I'm not a gang banger.
Criminal
I'm
activity.
not a gang member. I'm not a gang activist. I'm not in a gang. It hit different. I'm the whoop man. This is my cereal brand. I'm trying to save these kids.
I think you should get a deal
FYB
going with
J
the
Mane for
Chicago
president.
Police Department and turn in some of the criminals that you've been involved with in the past. You alone,
You said FYB J Mane
you could
Woods.com?
solve dozens of murders.
That shit is crazy.
You could help. You could make a difference in the community.
Listen, bro. Listen, me helping the police, it'd be great. It hit different. But I gotta say these kids, nobody thinking about the kids, Adam. They got a job to do to serve and protect. It hit different. And I got a business to do to run and collect. It hit different. FYBJManWoods.com.
You could only, it could be as little as like an hour or two a week of you snitching. Could make a huge
snitch
difference.
for an hour or two.
You could put in one day. You could put in 8 hours one day.
Doing, right? Like just snitching just a little
Dozens
bit. And then,
of killers
He got
behind
years.
bars.
He got years.
But he was just snitching a little bit here and there and then getting increments.
We need snitches. It's not
Increment
snitches. We need
payments.
Trenches News. Trenches News. We need like every
Snitches
kid in
News.
Chicago to be like him. Snitches News. I almost said that.
You need a Snitches News.
Snitches News.
Bro want a Snitches News. Let's just start that. Who gonna start that with? Snitches News. Let's just start that.
It kind of sounds right. But
Somebody
in general,
start
though, if we could tell all the kids out there, we need to turn him into an icon for the kids.
Who? Trenches?
Yeah.
I mean,
More kids be like him.
we need to turn FYB J Mane up to the max and get him with the biggest people possible so we can get this voice bigger so we could keep stopping the violence and pushing the peace and saving these kids, bro. That's what we need to do. That's what the fuck you supposed to be helping me with. Let's just speak facts on what we need to be doing.